Perfect segue to talk about hurricanes right here. Bobby D, 2 miles an hour yesterday, 2 miles an hour today, the movement.
Yeah, it is. It's just sitting there now, but yeah, it was moving really fast coming across the Atlantic, 20, 25 miles per hour. They got into the Caribbean, it was in the teens, and now it's barely sitting there. It still has wind shear out of the west, and it's still not organized 100%. The center is sitting somewhere right over here, but look at all this convection that's blowing off towards the east. You would think a slow movement would help it to get stacked up, and it is a little bit, but it's been very slow to do so. Winds actually went down today, down to 45 miles per hour. It's 185 miles south-southeast of Jamaica, and Jamaica is really the ones that have to watch it. Now look, all these colors you see here are basically showers and storms moving over Hispaniola. So Dominican Republic's had some flooding. Western parts of Haiti especially has had some. But if the center comes up and does like this, it is going to be really Jamaica that gets hit more than anything else. And there's the 5 p.m. forecast. Look at this thing going from 60 to 90 mile per hour winds. That's Cat 1. Sunday, Cat 4, 130, 145 by Monday. Still there. Tuesday on the west coast or just off the west coast with 145 mile per hour winds. Now, most winds, the highest will stay just offshore if this holds, but the center can go anywhere in there. So Jamaica, I just can't stress it enough. They need to do whatever they can to evacuate or to get into a safe spot here before that gets started. That's really going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday. Just a prolonged area or time frame there. Now, the models are all over the place still, thinking it does something more like this. That's probably going to be what it ends up doing. They can see basically the model's in agreement with that, but it's just hanging out. It gets stuck. It didn't get picked up by the trough that was up to the north. So that goes by. It has to wait for the next one, and that's what it's doing. These are the rains. These pinks and whites, 15 to 25 inches of rainfall. And I've seen some models that say right around 30 to 31 inches for Jamaica. Just incredible. So we'll have to see what happens there. Now, closer to home, it is gorgeous out there. Looking down the beach at Clearwater, so nice. 81 degrees there, 85 in Tampa, 82 in Lakeland. Sarasota's still warm and still kind of humid at 87. The front is now down to Fort Myers, but the drier air is still coming in from the north. But it is coming in, and we're going to drop down in the 50s for dew points. So lower humidity tonight and tomorrow, absolutely gorgeous. Humidity comes up a little bit Saturday, Sunday, Monday, especially on Monday, but that's when we have some rain coming through. You can see a few showers Sunday afternoon. It's not a lot, 20%. This is Monday. That's the next front. Then we'll clear things out on Tuesday. So that rain chance goes to about 30 to 40%. In fact, we have a weather impact alert for that. No severe weather. It's just to give you a heads up that we're going to see some rain. There's that moisture coming through in this front, and that low will develop, and eventually that's enough to pick this thing up. And here comes fantastic weather for next week. Look at Thursday, high temperature. A week from today, mid-70s. Halloween, mid-70s, not a cloud in the sky, and 50s in the morning. Yeah, finally we're getting some of that cooler air. You're going to see that first thing in the morning. So forecast-wise, we're looking pretty good. If you're heading out to the Bolts game tonight coming out, we'll be in the 70s at that time. It'll be dry all the way through, no issues. The 7-day forecast shows temperatures staying kind of warm, but tomorrow's a little bit breezy and just very, very comfortable. Gorgeous day. Low to mid 80s, getting a little bit warmer over the weekend, a little bit more humid by Sunday, and especially by Monday.